is social media still as relevant today as it was a couple years ago as far as marketing? And I will answer this because a lot of people say, hey, I'm checked out on social media. I'm not paying attention anymore. I'm not spending as much time on the platforms. And everybody says that. That's a very common or when people are polled, that's a very normal thing for people to say. However, the data doesn't bear that out. Facebook is continuing to grow. They're almost at 3 billion users, and their numbers aren't dropping dramatically. I think they actually had a quarter or something where they dropped just slightly, but not significantly. But the numbers are still there. In fact, the numbers say that the average person in the United States is spending almost 90 minutes a day on some sort of social media platform, whether that's TikTok, whether that's Instagram Reels, whether that's Facebook, 90 minutes a day. I mean, we only have 24 hours in a day, and people on average are spending an hour and a half of that 24 hours engaging in social media in some way. So the numbers just don't bear out that people aren't on social media as much. Now, what's happening, and we've talked about this in Marketing Mondays in the past, is people are getting bombarded with more and more and more noise. They're seeing more and more videos, more and more posts, more and more ads. So in order to stand out, it's a little bit harder today than it was a couple years ago. They took away some targeting. So it's a little bit more, you have to be a little bit more savvy to target people properly than you used to have to be. So between people being hit with more noise and the targeting not being as precise as it was, people might not be getting the results they were getting 2 years ago. So the common refrain is social media is not working for me anymore. Well, without looking at how you're running your campaigns, the reality is it's probably more likely that you're doing the same thing you were doing 2 years ago, and that's not as effective today as it was 2 years ago. And because of that, you're saying it's not working for you anymore. But the reality is you haven't evolved your strategy to be effective in 2022 when you're using a 2020 strategy to try to be effective in 2022. Again, watch a couple of the past episodes. I've talked just in the last couple episodes about the importance of creating a thumb pause moment, creating a situation where your content stands out. I've given very practical steps on how to do that. If you're not doing that in 2022, you can run all the ads you want. You can do all the posting you want, and people are going to scroll right by. And you're going to say social media doesn't work anymore. And the reality is you're just not doing social media properly in 2022 to get results. Is it harder? Yes, it is harder. You have to be better at targeting than you used to have to be. You have to be a little bit more savvy with your targeting. You have to be better with your content creation. You have to create content people want to consume. So is it harder? Yes. But does it mean that social media doesn't work? Absolutely not. Works every day. It works for large corporations. It works for small businesses. You just have to use it properly.